Hi everyone, it's TragicPlumbob here, and for my first ever build on YouTube, what I've decided to do is a flat renovation. I completely removed the walls and things, so it is a different floor plan to what originally was there. So the inspiration behind this, there's actually a little story behind it. So single father with two twin girls. The twin girls are heavily inspired by the Pleasant twins. One's very tomboy and the other is very girly, so yeah, it was inspired by them. I think they're in Sims 2. Pretty sure they're in Sims 2. If I'm not correct, just comment below, but I think they are in that one. Unfortunately, the mother of the twins died when they were born, and before the twins were born, the mother and father used to live in Brindston Bay. They had like a really big, nice boat house. But when she died, the father couldn't afford to live there anymore, so he had to move to the city. Whenever I just think of fast cars whenever I say that. So yeah, he had to move to the city because that's where the money was, and it was a bit easier to like get the girls to school there and then also get to work on time. So, you know, he had to do what he had to do, and he tried to make this flat as homely as it could be for the girls. The build is very much inspired by the twins, so like their artworks on the wall and stuff, and you know there's little items that are theirs, like all a part of it. So I'd say like one of my favourite things to do when building is clutter. It is my favourite thing to do. I'm not the best at it, you know, like that's the first thing to say. It's not my best thing I can do, but I do really enjoy it. I think that it can bring a build to life. It can make something look really lived in. But some of the things that I see on Instagram are absolutely incredible. Like, some of these people just make like rooms look like filled with items, and there's one that I recently saw. It was like a little witchcraft room. Incredible. Like it had like little cobwebs in the corners. It had like little bottle potions everywhere, and when you saw that picture of the build, you were like, I know exactly where I am. I love it. Oh, so good. But yeah, I'm not that good yet, but hopefully if I get there, that's the goal. So some of the CC you can see here, it's got like cereal and things, so don't know why, but have you ever seen in films when you've got a family that they just love cereal, like they're a cereal family? I can imagine the dad going, hey girls, what do you want? Oh, just cereal, and then just always just eating cereal. So that was why I decided to put like boxes of cereal in the corner. And of course, you know, even though they're twins, they don't like the same box of cereal. There's always got to be like, you know, options in this house. Yeah, if anyone's interested in the CC that I've used in this build, or if there's anything that you're like, oh, is that in game or is that CC, just let me know and I can either message you, or I can also link CC below and stuff. So with the living room, I do think I actually changed this in a minute, but it was an absolute... I find living rooms a pain in the bum. Like, whenever I look at other people's builds, I'm like, you make that look so homely. Like, I want that living room in my house, but I just can't get the love seat or the armchair in the right angle. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't, like, I try to angle it slightly and it doesn't work. So my living rooms always look like square boxes. I mean, I'll try and improve it, but that's all right. I mean, with Sims and stuff, I think that you don't have to be like the best at it to enjoy it, and I think every time that I do game and stuff on it, I learn something different. One thing I am guilty of is I always like revert back to using the same things. So I mean, I always try to use like a layery wallpaper, and then I'm like, oh, I just can't use that. It doesn't look right. Ugh. So then I go back to the trusty old plain wallpaper. Come on, if you know what I mean by going back to, you know, you try and use like loads of different ones to make it different for the first time in ages, and then you just go back to the plain. Let me know if you do that, because I do it every single time. I mean, another thing that I do which really frustrates me is I always make my hallways bigger than my rooms, and then I find them really difficult to like fill and stuff. So I think one thing I do recommend like using is floor plans, like of actual real life builds and stuff. I didn't for this one. I did try to be creative and do my own thing, which is rare. But using floor plans, like I only started actually doing that this year, and it, do you know what? It changed the way I build things just by actually using something that a builder is actually created. It just makes your builds like feel a lot more realistic. It makes them look a lot nicer. And I mean, I do try to make my own ones a lot, but they just don't look the same. I mean, but you know, and I enjoy any build that I make. Oh, so the next build that I'm thinking of doing, I'm not sure if I'll record it. I mean, if you actually think this is a good idea to record, please let me know, because you know, I'm interested to know what people want to see as well. You know, that's, you know, it's useful to know that kind of things, because you know, sometimes I'm like, have no idea myself what I want to build. So if anyone has any ideas or anything that they want to see, just let me know. But the thing that I'm thinking of doing next is a tattoo parlour. So you know, do you know what? I can't for the life of me think what that area is called. You know, the area that has like lots of shops and stuff. It's got the toy store, the Emporium. Can't remember what the toy store's called, but anyway, that area, that map. So I'm thinking of renovating the largest lot on there and turning it into multiple shops, one being a tattoo parlour, one being a coffee shop, and maybe another being like a grocery or even a hairdresser's. Hairdressers would be good. I haven't seen many sim hairdressers before. Why haven't we got that in Sims? I'd love to take them to the hairdressers and things. There's so many, like, isn't there like loads of little bits and pieces that you would love to be able to do with your Sims, but it just doesn't happen. Yeah. I mean, I'm really excited for Nifty Knitting though. That should be quite a good little like build. And guess what? It's got clutter. One thing I would love, like Sims take my money, is if they built like stuff packs which would just clutter. Like just clutter and decorative items. Like I don't need another kitchen counter or another bed. Just give me a whole pack of clutter and different items. I would love it. But oh yeah, so with this room that I'm currently building, this is the father's room. The idea behind this was he has a little chair with a photo book, and inside that it's got pictures of his the wife that died. Just so that, you know, in front of his children when he's outside, he's trying to keep it together and be strong for them. But when he's in his room and stuff, you know, he can sit there and, you know, kind of, I guess, be upset, because it's okay to be upset about something like that. And he can sit there with his cup of coffee and just like remember some of the good times. I tried to decorate. I had a really like hard time with what cupboard or what wall thing to use, like what do you call it, that like cabinet thing. All of them are massive. Like they are just really, like, some of the items in Sims are just humongous. Like when one thing I love the idea of having a Sim that's a baker. She just loves baking, because I mean, actually I love baking, so you know that's probably why I want a Sim that wants to do all of this baking things. And I really want them to have a cupcake machine, but the cupcake machine in Sims is for giants. It's not for Sims, it's for a giant, and I can't ever use it, and it makes me really, really upset. I mean, I know you can bake things anyway without it, but you know, some of the cupcakes that thing makes, it's really cute, but they're just massive. It's just massive. Same as I have a few things in like the eco lifestyle. Like I really like the idea of having like a little craftsman that makes like fizzy juice and all of that stuff. But again, they're made for giants. You just can't put that, like, especially in a flat. Like, can you imagine putting your fizz station inside a flat? That'd be it. One room taken over, done. See, look, bowling pitches, massive. I think I just quite like things that are quite small and dainty, and you know, that just look really like cute and stuff. we're shortly going to be moving on to the children's bedrooms in a minute. So I'd probably say like making children's bedrooms is one of my favourite things to do, like especially girls' bedrooms. I probably should make more boys' bedrooms. Actually, no, I did make a boys' bedroom. It's on my Instagram. Yeah, that's another thing. If you're interested in having a look at some of my pictures and stuff, feel free. My Instagram's exactly the same as the name of my YouTube channel. It's TragicPlumbob. So yeah, just feel free. I love, like, I mean, if any of you've got Instagram, give me a follow or just write a comment so I can have a look at your profiles and stuff, because that's definitely like one of my favourite places to look at builds, especially like inside rooms and stuff. Like, I literally can't get over how some people build. Oh yeah, so we've moved on to the children's bedroom. So I need to mention this. So basically one of the packs I'm using here, a lot of you have probably seen it already, but for those of you that haven't, this is a pack by Felix, Andre and Harry. I'm really sorry if I haven't pronounced that right, but you know, I'm going to mention them because their packs are incredible. Like, the things that they build are amazing. Like the wallpapers, the items in this. So this pack is actually called Tiny Travellers. It's spelled slightly different, so it doesn't actually say it like that. I can't actually say it, but you know, that's what it's meant to say. It's Tiny Travellers. And it's like a toddler inspired pack and a child inspired pack, and it just has, oh, it's so beautiful. It's like, it is really like, it's such a beautiful pack. Like, I recently got rid of all my CC and had to re-download stuff, and this one was like the first one that I re-downloaded. I was like, I need this in my game. I love it. I think when you can remember like a piece of CC that you've got in your game and you have to always re-download it, you know that it's a good piece. Like, I mean, this is not even the only one that they've done. They've done quite a few and they're really, really good. I will link this below because any of you that do use CC, this is like, it is really like, it just transforms builds completely. Like, it has like little tents and things, and you can just make like, you know, really cute spaces for children and stuff. Like, look at that wallpaper. It's beautiful. I love it. Oh, another piece of CC here that I use is the Nintendo Switch. I love it. It literally looks like a real Nintendo Switch, and I can just imagine them sitting there playing Animal Crossing like I do. So yeah, when I mentioned earlier that the girls were, one was a really girly girl and the other was a tomboy. If you look on the sides of the rooms, so the girl with like the panda bear on her like her bed and stuff, that's like the more tomboy side, and the one with the pink bunny is like more the girly side. So that's how I wanted them to share a room, because if they were living in their older house they would have had separate rooms, but because the flat's obviously a lot smaller than what their older house would have been, they've had to share the room. So yeah, I tried to give her like binoculars because I thought like the tomboy would be more of an explorer that wanted to like go and explore trees, and then the girly girl was more about like drawing and doing like notebook stuff, and she was like, she's starting to grow up a lot quicker than the tomboy one. Like, she, you know, she needs like deodorant, and I mean, I guess all kids wear deodorant, but yeah, no, like she's more interested in having that stuff on her like table and stuff. And I think one of the traits that I gave the girl was, the girly girl, was she's like a social butterfly, so she does like to speak to people, so that's why she has a lot of friends. But yeah, no, here's some pictures of the final thing. I hope you like it.